Yesterday we discussed, or in the last lecture we discussed about the how to write a display message on a monitors using the C++, and also we have discussed about the arithmetic operators, and then we wrote one program on that. Today we will discuss about the relational operators. So you know that whenever you are interested to compare two numbers or the two values, there are the relational operators are used, and the relational operators are is kind of that less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So this is stands for less than or equal to, greater than, and greater than equal to. So relational operators and comparison operators. So whenever you wish to compare whether the two numbers are same or not, so in mathematics we use the single equal to signs to compare two things, but in computers we require two double equal to signs. So this is equal to. And if I wish to write not equal to, in mathematics we write not equal to like this way, but in computer you have to write negation equal to. So there is exclamation mark equal to, it is nothing but not equal to. Okay. So whenever we are interested to compare two numbers, let us say x is 2 and y is equal to 3. Whether x is greater than y, by looking at this number, can you say that x is greater than y?
No, sir.
Okay, so that means the result is false. So whenever you apply the relational operators, so relational operators are mainly useful to compare the two numbers or two expression, whether the first expression is greater than second one, or less than or equal to, greater than or equal to and not equal to. So it has only two binary outcomes, whether the result is true or false. If you write x less than y, then answer is true. So whenever you wish to use the relational operators, it is always used with the conditional statements. And conditional statements are mainly three. One is if statement, second is if else statement, third one is if. Okay, nested if is the part of this, so we will not. And third one is a switch case statement. In a if else statement, you can have a nested if else also. So whenever we are interested to use the relational operators, we have to use either if statement, if else statement, nested if else statement, or switch case statement. So we will write one small program. In if statement, what happens if the given condition is true, then the result will execute it. It does not talk about the else part, but If else means if the given condition is true, result is executed. Else, the other result will be executed. So we will understand the concept of this using the small program. So we wish to write a program, find largest of any two number. Second, find largest of any three numbers. And third program, find largest of any four numbers. So let us, if we talk about the largest of two numbers, program 1, largest of two numbers. Suppose x is a one number and y is a another number. Okay, then how will you find out whether the x is larger than the y or the y is larger than this? So you have to use the if statement. If, then there is a parenthesis. If x is greater than y, then you declare one variable where largest will be stored, max equal to x. Okay, that's all. Else part is always optional, but it is always advisable to use the else part. If x is greater than y, then max equal to x. But suppose if x is less than y, then you say that max equal to y, because else is optional. I have not used that optional statement. But what happen? Suppose x is greater than y. Let us say if I am giving x equal to 2, 3 and y equal to 2, then what is my maximum value? So here how the C++ works, x is greater than y, that means 3 is greater than y, that is 2, yes. Then the immediate follow the if statement, the statement is executed, that means max equal to 3. Lekin what next? After executing this, again your cursor will come to this part, then it will execute max equal to y. That means initially it is giving the 3, now it is giving the 2. Why? Because the value of x is replaced to the variable max. This equal to sign is nothing but they are said to be assignment operator. If I am writing max equal to x, it means the value of x is assigned to the variable max. Okay, so suppose x here 3, then what happen? The value of 3 is assigned to the max. That means now max text become the 3. But here what happen? After execution of this statement, I will execute this statement. It means that now earlier the max was a 3, but now again you have done the reassignment. That means the value of y is assigned to the max. That means your 3 replaced by the 2. So that is how you have to be very careful while using the if statement, and that is how we always use the if else. If x is greater than y, then max equal to x. Else max equal to y. That means suppose x equal to 3 and y equal to 2, then 3 is greater than 2. Yes, then what is the output in max? Max equal to max equal to
3.
3.
3.
But suppose if I have given the x equal to, let us say, 4 and y is equal to 7, then if x is greater than y, the result is false. So when the result is false, what happen? It will execute the else part. Then your cursor directly transfer to here, and then it will print max equal to 7 y. Okay. So this is a small things how we can use the assignment operators, how we can use the relational operators with the if condition. So similarly, if I'm saying that let us write a program of a three numbers, largest of three numbers, how will you do that? So what are the first steps usually we prefer? Include necessary header files. Which header files we required? iostream.h and
Conio.h.
yes, conio.h. iostream is associated with the cin and cout command. Conio.h is associated with the getch and clrscr command. Okay. Then next is beginning of a main function. If you don't want to return back anything, then you write the void main. Void means it is empty, nothing is written back is required. Then beginning of the main function. Next task, declaration of variables. So I have here written that of any three numbers. Any means it may be integer, it may be float. So what happen? I will declare the all as a float. So three numbers, let us say x, y, and z. And I wish to find out the largest of any three numbers. So I will also declare the variable max, which takes which value? Floating point, because my x, y, z is a floating point number. So my result is also a floating point number. So once the declaration is over, next task is perform relational operations using if else structure. So what is the first part? How we write? If x is, let us say, how will you find out the largest of three numbers? I have given these three numbers. Suppose if I am saying that 2, 5, 3, then you will say that the largest is a y. But how the computer will understand? So you have to compare first x with y. If x is greater than y, then you have to compare with the z. Otherwise, you have to compare y with the z. So all possible combination you have to make. So let us say I am writing the script for that. If x is greater than y, if x is greater than y, then my next question is that whether the x is greater than z or not. Okay. Of course, no. If x is greater than y, then I have to see that x is greater than z, then the largest is a x, otherwise largest is a z. So I will again compare if x is greater than z, then max equal to x, else max equal to, what happen else max equal to, x is
Z.
larger than the y, x is larger than the z, then max equal to x. But x is smaller than the z, then who is the largest? Else means
Z.
this condition is false. The largest is the z. Now this is you make the comparison for x greater than y. If x is larger than the y, then this entire programs will execute. But suppose f x is less than y, then I have to write else what I will write? If x is not greater than y, then x is less than y. So now I am comparing if y is greater than z, then max equal to y, else max equal to z. So this is the my program structure. Here x is not greater than y. It means which one is the largest among x and y? Y. So now I am comparing the y is greater than z. If yes, then max equal to y. Otherwise, max equal to z. So you can see that I have just begin the if statement and close here. Alignment is the same. Then I have written the else statement. So else start, else over. Here I have not used the curly braces. Why? Because only single statement. If there is a single statement, there is no need of a curly braces. So after execution of if statement, if the condition is true, immediately the statement follows the if expression is executed. Otherwise, else part is executed. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And suppose if I am saying that after operation this display the output, because your objective is to find out the maximum number. So you can say that largest number equal to max and L. Okay. And then get ch. And this is the end of main function. And for that you can use the, okay. So I will then we will also write a program for the 4. Then I will give in the homework for the smallest of two numbers, smallest of 3 and smallest of the last 4 numbers. यस, किसी का स्पीकर ऑन है तो बंद कर दीजिए, माइक ऑन है तो. So now we wish to open the C++ file, new file, Alt F, and it will open a new. What is the my aim? Find largest of any two values. When I am saying any two, it means it may be integer, it may be float. So it is better to declare them in a float. So first step is include necessary header file using the hash include preprocessor IO stream .h, that is for the input and output stream header file. Second one is onio.h. So hash include actually doing, it is including the header file into your current file. Okay, so that is the main purpose. Itself, name itself telling include means it is loading your header file into the C++ file. What is your next task? Start of a main function. You can write void main, beginning of the program, and declaration of variable. So let us say float x comma y and maximum, because I wish to find out the largest of two numbers. Now I have to give the instruction to users. Enter any two numbers. Okay. Then when the users will see the message, what happens? Users try to enter the two numbers. So how the computer will allow to take this value? Then you have to give the cin command. So you have entered the two values x and y, and because it is a simple statement terminated by the semicolon. Then cout, you have to compare. So you are comparing x with y. If x is greater than y, x equal to x, else x equal to. Okay, so comparison of part is over. Now we wish to display the output. Largest value equal to. Whatever you write in a double quote, it is printed as the same way. Then where the output is stored, it is stored into the max variable. Here I have not used the clear screen command, so I will just add the command clr get ch. I will, if I am not using the else, I make the comment. What happened, we will see. Largest of two numbers. Okay. To compile this program, you have to use the Alt F9. There is no errors, no warnings. Control F9 to run. Now, suggest any two numbers. Yes, any two numbers.
5, 4.
5 and let us say 3.5. Okay. What is the largest output? What is the output?
3.4 it's showing.
So it means the computer has given the wrong answer. So when the computer is giving the wrong answer, it means that computer has not problem. Somewhere you have a make a
Program.
mistake of writing the code. Suppose I will give 3.5 and let us say 5. Then largest is 5. So now any problem?
No, sir.
So you can see that whatever the second numbers I am giving, it will display the output in the maximum. Earlier I have given 5, 3.5. So it has taken the 3.5. Here I have given the second value is a 5. So it has taken the 5. So it means that it is a problem here. Suppose 5 is greater than 3.5. Yes, then it will first store the 5 value into the maximum variable. Immediately after execution of this, it will come to here. Then it will again restore the value of y into the variable max. So here in the first case, it was a 3.5. So it was showing the output 3.5. In second case, what happened? If x is greater than y, no. So immediately it does not execute this, it will come to here. So it has displayed the max equal to 5. To avoid this, we always use the else statement. So else is optional, but it will always help you to get the correct answer. 3.5, 5. Answer is 5. Five, 3.5. Answer is answer is 5. Why it is so? Because of this. If x is greater than y, so we have given 5 and this is 3.5. 5 is greater than 3.5? Yes. So immediately this statement will execute. And max equal to 5. And it will not execute this else part because either this will execute or this will execute. But it will not execute, both will not execute together. Okay. So that is how it will directly come to that, and the largest is a 5. Suppose you have given the 3.5 and 5, then 3.5 is greater than 5? No. So that means this part will not execute. Then which part execute? The statement which is followed the else statement which is execute. That means it will execute this max equal to y. Y having a 5 value. So that is largest value is 5. So that is the beauty of a else statement. But you have to be very careful which else is a else statement for which if statement. So you have to see that. Otherwise you may get the errors. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Any questions for a largest of a two numbers? Anyone? So we will.
Sir.
Yes. Yes, please. Anyone has query?
No, sir.
So somebody said, sir, then no, not answering.
Sir,
Okay. Yeah, please.
what will happen when both numbers are same? Both numbers are equal.
It is giving the output because x is greater than y. Let me check. Largest x is greater than 5. 5 is greater than 5? No. That means it will go to the else part and it will give the max equal to the number. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Thank
Yes, sir.
So now we will write a program for largest of a three numbers. So of course you know that you have to load necessary header file. So largest of any three numbers. That means first I am using the CLR SCR command to clear the screen. Three numbers means any. So let me declare them as a float. How to write float once एक ही बार लिखना है. And when you use the comma operators, compiler will understand that x, y, and z all are of data type of floating point numbers, and because result is also a floating point number, so I am storing into the max. Now I have to give to the information to the users. Enter any three numbers. Handle is for the carriage return, and anything you write in a double quote, it will display as a message on a monitor screen. So any three numbers means then you have to allow to enter three variables. Once user will enter the three numbers, your next task is that for comparison. First I compare x with the y. If x is greater than y, yes, then I will check if x is greater than z. You can see the alignment. If x is greater than y and x is greater than z, then max is x. Else, max is z. But suppose if x is not greater than y, that means if x is greater than y, then and only your cursor will enter into this loop. Okay, otherwise it will skip this loop and directly come to the else part. In else you have to write if x is not greater than y, then y is greater than z, max equal to y, else max equal to z. You can see that this else is nothing but else of this if statement. This else is the else of this statement, and this else is a else of a this statement. So you have to write in alignment so that you can easily identify the errors, if any. Okay, then see out largest number, where the largest is stored. It is stored into the maximum variable name maximum. Get ch take it over, and F2 stands for the save. Largest of three numbers. Run, and there is no errors. Oh, sorry, compile. There are no errors. I will run by using Control F9. I will enter 1, 2, 3. Largest is 3. Okay, I will enter another numbers. Suppose 2, 1, 3. X is larger than the y. Yes. Then x is greater than z. No. Then result will be z. Z is nothing but 3. Answer is 3. Now we will write 3, 1, 2. X is greater than y. Yes. X is greater than z. Yes. Then result will be x. So x I have added in the first position, and radius will be 3. So while writing this, after writing this particular loop, you have to give all possible combination. Okay. So that sometimes we compare x with y, x with z, but forget y with z. People has the habit of x is greater than y, x is greater than z. Okay, result is done. Most of the time students not writing this loop. While writing the program, they are writing only this and they will get the half of the marks. Why? Because one part is true, but as soon as x is smaller than the y, it will give the wrong output. Okay. Okay. Now, anyone suggest me that how to write a largest of a four numbers? You can write in your book also. Largest of four numbers. Any four numbers. Void main. Beginning of the bracket. Declaration. Here we'll give the CLR SCR. Declaration to four numbers x, y, z, w. And store into the max. You have to give the information to the users. Enter any four numbers or four values. So of course you will enter the allow the inputs using the cin command. Now if x is greater than y, then if x is greater than z, then what is the next task? If x is greater than w, max equal to x, else max equal to z. Is it? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we are still in the if x is greater than y. If x is greater than z, then we compare x is greater than w or not. But suppose if x is not greater than z, then you have to come part of else over here. Then you will compare if x is not greater than z, it means z is greater than x. So now you compare if z is greater than w. If yes, then max equal to z. Else max equal to w. Okay. So this all the loop is associated with if x is greater than y. But you have the case, suppose x is not greater than y, then you have to go to the else part. You have to compare if x is not greater than y, that means y is greater than w. And then you will compare if y is greater than, y is greater than z here. Then y is greater than w, max equal to y, else max equal to w. But suppose x is less than y, okay, y is less than z, then you have to come part to the else part. Then you will compare if z is greater than w, max equal to z, else max equal to w. कुछ बाकी रहता है? Anything missing? Else part is over. Again, we will go back to this. If x is greater than y, suppose x is value is higher than the y, then you are trying to see that x larger है, and our aim is that we wish to find out larger. Then we will say that x is greater than z. Yes, if x is greater than z, then we will compare x is greater than w. If larger is x, maximum is large. Else, maximum is z. If x is greater than y, but x is not greater than z, then which one is the larger than the x? Z. So you will compare. If z is greater than w, yes, then max equal to z. Else max equal to w. But if x is not larger than the y, it is a less than y, then which one is larger? Y. So you are comparing if y is greater than z. If y is greater than z, then you are comparing if y is greater than w, max equal to y, else max equal to w. But if y is not greater than z, then you are trying to see that what happened to the z. Z is larger. So now you are comparing the z with the w. If z is greater than w, yes, then max equal to z. If z is not greater than w, then which one is larger? W. So this else part is over. This is the else is over here. So if you give the all possible alignment, see this if is over here. This if begin here, close here. Why it has the curly braces? Because more than one statement into the same if condition. That is how it is a called compound statement. Here there is no need of curly brackets. Why? Because after this if you wish to execute only single statement. So there is no curly bracket is required. This else start here, close over here. Similarly, this if start here, the logic is over here, else here, and this main else is started here and close here. Then you have to give the cout, largest number, largest value. Where the largest is stored? It's stored in a max. You have to save. Save this, you have to use the FT, largest of 4 numbers. Is that clear? Any questions? Anyone? Okay. Am I audible?
सर वहाँ पे 2 बार कर्ली ब्रैकेट क्यों करा है?
कहाँ पे?
एल्स के ऊपर.
एल्स कौन सा? ये वाला या ये? कौन सा एल्स? Hello. Are you talking about which else?
सेकंड वाला एल्स सर.
सेकेंड मतलब आपको बोलना पड़ेगा
स्टार्ट
कि
से.
कौन सी इफ वाला, इफ y ग्रेटर देन z वाला, इफ z ग्रेटर देन w, कौन सा?
y ग्रेटर देन z के ऊपर है ना?
ये ना, ये वाला.
हाँ सर.
वो ये एल्स का है, इफ का.
हाँ ये उसके ऊपर 2 है.
तो 2 आएंगे ना. ये किसका एल्स है? ये एल्स इसका है, इफ का. ये एल्स किसका है? ये इफ का है. ये एल्स किसका है? इसका है. और यहाँ पे जो एल्स लिखा है, दिस इज एल्स फॉर दिस इफ स्टेटमेंट. अब यहाँ पे वापिस इफ शुरू हुआ, तो इफ इसका इफ का एल्स कहाँ है? यहाँ पे है. इस इफ का एल्स कहाँ है? यहाँ पे. और इस इफ का कहाँ है? यहाँ पे. तो जितने इफ स्टेटमेंट है उतने ही आपके एल्स आएंगे. लेकिन आपको ध्यान रखना है, you to write in a program in a such a way that the specific else is for a specific if. Okay. Okay. So now to compile this program, Alt F9. To run this program, Control F9. Now you suggest any four values. आप में से ही कोई बताइए.
Okay, so take 2, 4, 6, 8.
2, 4, 6, 8. You all please change the combination, huh? So that you can have the idea. Or what I do, I will just remove the clear screen so that we can see all possible output. As per him, is a 2, 4, 6, 8. Largest is 8. I forgot equal to sign. Okay. You can see that it was not displaying in the, if I am doing the alter F5, then it is showing. You can see that here it is a 8. Largest value is associated with 8. So it is showing that I have not given the equal sign. So now I will run it and again we will see it. 2, 4, 6, 8. Largest is 8. Any other numbers? Can we write 4? Can we write 4, 2, 6, 8? What should be the largest? Should be 8. Okay. Now again we will write 6, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 8. Largest is 4. Largest is 4. Is it? तो यहाँ पे हमारी गलती मिल रही है ना हमें. X is greater than Y है. Then X is greater than Z है? नहीं है. तो X is greater than Y है, X is greater than Z है. Yes. Then X is greater than W है. Then answer should be 8. So here somewhere we have a mistake.
सर ये फर्स्ट इफ एक्स ग्रेटर देन जेड में एल्स में भूल है. मैक्सिमम एक्स मैक्सिमम
हाँ W आएगा ना. यस यस. अगर एक ही कॉम्बिनेशन हमने एंटर किया होता तो क्या होता? We could not able to identify the mistakes. That is how all possible. After writing the program, you have to write all possible combinations. Again, we will run the same program. 6, 2, 4, 8. Largest is 8. So we have written the Z instead of W. Thank you. किसने सजे rectify किया ये error?
संजय गुप्ता, रोल नंबर 32, स्टैटिस्टिक.
Gupta.
यस.
Good, good. See, in a program, it is very difficult to identify the errors, rectify the errors quickly. So if you have understand the program thoroughly, then and only then you can visualize the errors immediately. And you can easily identify in which loop there should be error. Now we will try 8, 6, 4, 2. Largest is a 8. So you can make all possible combinations. How many combinations you can make? If you wish to change 4 number, 4C1, 4C2, अगर आप दो ही को बदल रहे हैं पैर को, so that is 6. 4C3, that means 4, and 4C4 is the 4. So that means you can make 15 combinations minimum, such kind of, to verify this program. Okay?
सर
Yes.
सर 2-3 स्टूडेंट अपने आप डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए, अब ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रहे.
तो अभी तो पता नहीं क्योंकि मैं तो कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, वो एक बार ज्वाइन हुए तो वापस आ सकते हैं। ठीक है, तो अभी what they have to do, they have to just see the videos again, which I will upload today. Any questions so far? Anyone? If no questions, then I think I'll stop my today's lecture over here.